So the governing body of swimming worldwide is FINA. FINA runs everything that is of value in swimming. For an athlete, you pretty much don't have a choice but to enter into a FINA competition.
Are you ready for tomorrow?
Are you ready for the ride?
I'm asking.
They're definitely learning to rely on each other. You can see they're becoming more of a family. Like Jean-Bort and Ilaria fight a lot of times, and you all just started joking, they're like brother and sister. And then we realized, well, they really are. Yeah, it's, with everything they go through, with all the workouts they suffer through and push through and kind of pull each other along, you definitely see them having this great bonding effect. It's really come through when they go to competition because they know what each other's gone through, and they're really they're up there rooting for the other person.
The group is amazing for me. I get well with everyone, so I don't have any problems with them. They support me, and they're always there for me if I need them. So, yeah, I couldn't ask for better swimmates.
So we tend to bounce around countries a lot, chasing competitions, chasing quality competitions. So getting, say, Jean-Bort up against someone who's going to help him learn, and he's going to be a challenge for him to race. Same thing with David. Ilaria, we definitely want facing as many different people that she has to learn the way they race. So I really find that racing is valuable, and racing is a great part of what they have to do. So we want to get in front of a lot of fans and a lot of audiences, show off the athletes, and then get them to learn about what's going on and how they have to race, even when they're tired. So we'll be going to a lot of competitions where they're broken down and tired. They're not going to be fresh. They're going to have to just fight through it to try and win. A lot of times we'll use the prize money as the carrot at the end of the stick. So, hey, today's workout is this. So if you can pull it off, you're going to get paid. So find a way to get it done.
No. Of course, David helped me very much. It wouldn't be the same without him, so I'm very grateful for what he does.
So you've seen her change a lot since he's gotten here, especially her approach towards practice. I would almost say her belief in the system and understanding that it's advanced quickly in terms of her having immense understanding of that what I want to accomplish and how I want to do it. A lot of it stems from David's experience with me. He has gone through it, kind of rejected it as a young kid, teenager who kind of just was defiant, and then walked away, realized he really did like it because he wasn't doing it anymore. He went back to more of an old school Hungarian program. When he came back embracing the program, he was really good. So in terms of buy-in and understanding of the process and what you have to go through, which is not easy, he's definitely helped her speed that process up, especially from Budapest to Berlin, and just talking her through things and kind of saying, like, look, I know what you're doing. I know how it feels. I have the same experience. You know, especially when I'm harder on in practice or we argue or we clash in terms of an idea, she can turn to him and he can, help her understand where I'm coming from and that she's not necessarily wrong, but how it works and how they mix together. So it's good. It's a good relationship, but any relationship, any friendship like that, or especially when you're so close together, chasing something professionally, it definitely can cause problems. There is always the natural risk that if one's performing very badly at competition, their emotions drag the other one down. But they're both professionals, so hopefully they can be professional enough to handle everything well. For me, it's been really tough to be stuck up in the stands at the best. I can't really get any access to the athletes, really, except for the 2 seconds I get to see them post-race. Usually when I'm hanging over the balcony, trying to yell down to them. They all started working together as a team a lot better, knowing that I had to be relying on them to get the job done. The nice positive is that they've been swimming fantastic at this meet. Ilaria had a best time last night in the 400 freestyle. the lifetime best. She dropped 3 seconds from Budapest to the prelims yesterday, and then 3 seconds again from prelims to the finals. Even more important was how she handled the competition. She started to show and prove to herself that she can do exactly what I was trying to teach her and trying to get her to do. And David swam an amazing race. Jambor swam 2 best times so far, and phenomenal swims. He's swimming everything the way we want, doing fantastic. So I mean, on one hand, I'm very happy with the performances. The other hand, I feel like I've let the team down. I feel like, you know, in one regard, a little bit of my past is haunting them. It's causing problems for them. So being in the stands and not even be able to help them warm up or help them prep or give them good feedback or advice, like, it just really sucks. It's more, I feel more anxiety now sitting around knowing that Ilari is on her way to the pool or they're off on their way, like having breakfast with Jambor and then going, all right, good luck, man. Like, I won't even see you for 2 hours until you go for your first race. Like, yeah, it really sucks, you know. I don't have a choice. I really, there's not much more I can do. At this time, I'm doing everything, probably pushing the limits of what I can do in terms from being in the stands. And then it's pretty scary because I don't quite see when I'm going to be able to be on pool deck or when things will happen. And
Képzeld el, úristen, Shane-nek majdnem lett passza. De még, hát egy német edző oda ment hozzá, azt majdnem intézett neki, de nem tudott sajnos.
Tehát itt nem tud hozzátok itt se bemenni?
De benn van a lelátó jeggyel.
Többieknek hogy sikerült?
Ilária döntőzik 4 gyorson.
Na,
9. lett 200 mellenpont, nem jutott be. Dávid jól úszott, de elhalt az utolsó 50-re. Liliana pedig jól úszott, mert ő még csak két napja edz, úgyhogy az neki tökéletes. I speak a lot of my parents. I speak with them every day, maybe twice per day. My parents works a lot because they see I can be a really good swimmer and they want to help me and they want the best way for me. Óvatos leszek. De amúgy te leszel mögöttem mindenek előtt.
Aha, jó.
Ja nem, az nem jó.
Hát nem.
Ez gyönyörű lesz. Nem egyszerű, ha én megyek elő?
Nem tudom, mert hogy kapaszkodok úgy.
Bennem.
Nem le fogok izzadni, mire odaérünk.
Hát én is. Én már most izzadok. Várom. Meghajtom.
honestly, there's huge differences between the U.S. and Europe. You know, I think it starts naturally with the idea that Europe has a lot more history, a lot deeper history. I mean, at the core of it, the U.S. kind of like has the freedom to kind of make their history right now. Like they're just, it's really young. It's only 200 years old. A lot's evolving. It comes at a time when society and everything has been moving really quick to evolve and change. And there's not a whole lot of culture and tradition there. They've taken from other traditions, which means, you know, it's a land of immigrants. So a lot of people have come in, founded things, built things, impressed their culture from their homelands into the area, and then mixed, and it's really creating its own new culture as it goes. When you go to a lot of the European countries, or even the Asian countries per se, you go somewhere where there's a lot more history and tradition and, I don't want to say rules, but like societal aspects that they believe in and expectations. What I've seen, especially in terms of training and performance, I've seen a lot of people where like, why do you guys do this for training? Or why do you do it for, your program is based like this, why? And they can't really give an answer. They just say, it's always been like that. It seems like the mentality in Europe is very quick to be going to what was been done and what's been done, and to go back to tradition for tradition's sake, not to challenge tradition. Where the US really makes an effort to challenge tradition, because a lot of people coming there, I love parts of my history, I love things like that, but I want to explore and try different parts of other people's culture and see what I want to take and give back. So it's kind of more instilled in the US like daily routine to kind of challenge and see what we're doing and why we're doing it and what you like, and to explore and try new foods. What I've seen, it's not necessarily true, but I've seen more of a pessimistic point of view from the European countries. Maybe more realistic, but like on that borderline where it's more we're trying to be realistic, it might be slightly pessimistic, and expecting things not to work, being prepared for failure, being prepared as it's not going to work and you're not going to get what you want. Your idea is not going to be highly successful. Where in the US, like I've seen a lot more people are very easily prone to optimism and over-the-top positivity. And they're more like, blind faith in that the idea will work, or that it's gonna be an amazing day or amazing process, or that they're gonna be super successful. It's just differences, and again, it comes from the culture, it comes from the background. And it's not necessarily bad or good, it's just a matter of for me, it's how I have to see the athlete and know where they come from to kind of understand how to work with them and interact with them so that we can kind of communicate in a much better way in order to get the job done, in order to build that relationship that's needed, and to really put our best foot forward.
Várjál, le kell nyomni a gombot. Oké, szóval szépen